Welcome to the program on reverse logistic. Of course, there are growing importance for logistic within the supply chain management. Also, the reverse engineering is growing popularity due to various reasons. It could be due to green laws coming into effect, or we are also promoting returns. Sometime it may be due to legal compliance, like a product recall, which could be voluntary or could be forced. Sometimes we have to deal with warranties and guarantee type of a thing. In all situations, there is some form of a return logistic involved. In the traditional organization, supply chain is something where we are going to get a raw material, convert into finished product, and then send it to the customer. Of course, the work is over for the supply chain in the traditional organization. But with the extension now, what's happening, especially in case of Europe or US, especially the electronic waste has to come back to the manufacturer for their processing. In fact, there are some rules available like WEEE, which means waste of electrical and electronic products. Manufacturer has the responsibility to get back this item at the end of life period and then process these waste responsibly. Okay, so maybe that is not applicable in India. We throw electronic waste everywhere. Possibly in some responsible organization, they have a recognized vendor to take this item and process them. Okay, so that is one extension to the supply chain. But what is evolving is a circular supply chain. Here, what we mean is the item at the end of life, whether it's a electronic waste or otherwise, many times the life is not over for the product, but still people discontinue. Due to even if you take an electronic device like a Apple mobile phone, they launch the phone once in 6 or 7 months, and the old mobile, though it is working fine, it is thrown away or exchanged for a small price. So what to do with these type of products? Okay, though the life is not over and they are not also hazardous waste, but we need to see how we can get back those items where we can do various process like repair, remanufacturing, reimaging, refurbishing, all those process, and then reintroduce to the supply chain. Okay, so you can see some of the material, it need not be a full product, but possibly some of the items are being used and once again put in the supply chain, and it may go through the several life cycles before it finally goes back to the earth. Normally, in the earth, everything originates from the earth and finally goes back to earth. So when these cycles are happening, we call this as a closed loop supply chain, or even circular supply chain. This is where the reverse logistic has become very important nowadays. How to manage getting back this item, whatever may be the reason. Can we use the current supply chain, or should we need a different supply chain and logistic process to handle this? This is what we are going to see in this brief introductory program. You have to understand this subject is a ocean, but here we are going to touch on each topic, subtopic in a small way. Of course, if you need more detailed version, you please look in our website for various detailed program. Now, before starting the program, let me briefly introduce myself. My name is Pattabhi Raman. This is my LinkedIn profile. You are always welcome to connect or follow up with me. As far as my educational background is, I am an engineer with a PG degree in management as well as data science. With respect to experience, I have been working in this large global organization for nearly 25 years, and I have been handling each of the supply chain domains at various level in my career. In fact, last 10 years I was heading the supply chain in this global organization. So more than a trainer, I am a practical person. So that's where most of my program are practical oriented. I know the pain points of organization. Also, if you are in the job market, I can guide you in terms of what is the employer's expectation. Okay. Currently, I am the CEO of this organization known as Thoughtware Training Private Limited. We provide both consulting and training. As far as my certification is concerned, maybe you should be aware, if you are a supply chain professional, there is an organization called APIX or ASCM. They provide globally recognized certifications. Possibly, if you are in the job market looking for a better job in supply chain, you need this certification. You can always Google up and see what is their popularity. You can also search using your job portal to see what is the applicability. There is one more organization in US called Demand Driven Institute. They also provide some globally recognized certification. Okay, and all the certification I currently hold it. I am also a certified purchasing manager and project management professional, apart from qualified in analytics portion. Coming to our organization, we are based in Bangalore, a 4-year-old organization. We provide both consulting and training in the field of supply chain, logistic, and related subdomains. But one of our leading popular program which is recognized globally is supply chain analytics. You are welcome to enroll for such type of a program. We operate under a trade name called Exxpert SCM. Now let us come to the introducing the reverse logistic. Of course, let us not combine with the green logistic with the reverse logistic. Here we are more focusing about the process, why, how we are going to get back the material and put back in the supply chain. Okay, though green and reverse logistic are interrelated, here our focus is more towards the reverse logistic processes. Okay, so we are going to talk either in terms of reverse logistic for some purpose, and circular supply chain or closed loop supply chain for something, some of the items which is evolving discipline in the logistic. Okay, now the popularity is increasing because increasing value of products and technology created in the field at the end of general supply chain, and the impact of green laws, particularly in Europe. Not only in Europe, it could be even in US. There are laws concerning disposal at the end of product life cycle. Many times it could be a business opportunity, so you may also see a lot of people involved in reverse logistic and using this item at the end of their life cycle. Okay, so also there are problem concern in terms of ultimate disposal of junk, trash, waste. Okay, especially in urban areas, we have limited space for disposing this item due to increased population density. Okay, also with the industrial revolution, you know, we are using lot of hazardous material. Of course, you should be knowing what could be hazardous material, and handling, storage, and transporting this item requires a special care, and also at the end of their life it has to be disposed of in a sensible manner. We have to also treat with the waste of human and animal waste to protect health and safety. Okay, Earlier, it was some form of a compliance from local and central government. Now, the organization are also taking their own voluntary responsibility in terms of protecting the environment or green thing. Sometimes they are also interested in getting more value out of their product, so they are in that business. Okay. There is also a problem that with onslaught of digital evolution, the improvement, innovation in technologies, we are also seeing different new types of waste is being created. You can see the waste can be from product that have failed but can be repaired or reused. This is also called as a waste. Then product that are obsolete or at the end of leasing life but still have a value. This is what we were trying to see. Many electronic product, though it is having a useful life, since a new model is coming, people tend to buy back or throw away their existing model. So, what do we how do we handle this products which are still usable but not of the latest version? Unwanted or unsold products on retailer shelf. Of course, this is one of the business agreement which was there even before the current industrial revolution. Unsold products should go back to the manufacturer or the seller depending upon the type of agreement they have between them. Okay, there also reverse logistics should be there. Products that have been recalled, especially in pharmaceutical or automobile industry, it could be either voluntary or based on public complaints. They need to get back. In the recent time, you might have seen major automobile manufacturer, they might have recalled their product for fixing the issues, and possibly these products have been manufactured 4 years 5 years back, so they have some tracing mechanism so that they can get back the item. In case of automobile, possibly the reverse logistic could be in terms of supplying the required spare parts to the dealer showroom, and many times we request the clients to drop their vehicle and get it fitted and organized, but there are a lot of logistic operation involved in recalling. It is additional expenses for the organization. Okay. Then also in the field, we see some complaints coming, so some spare parts has to be supplied either in the OEM or at sub-assembly level. Okay, these products, either a parts or sub-assembly or material, represent rapidly growing values and economic opportunities at the end of the supply chain. Many organization, this spare parts business itself is growing and they contribute much higher to the overall business. I have seen in many of the organization, the profit earned by the spare parts division is much higher than the original business, though the volume of business may be less compared to the original business, but in terms of profit, they may be contributing high. That is where many organization wants to focus on such a spare parts market, and this could be the reason where we need to also focus on reverse logistic. There are now focus of a business, industrial or government, commercial and consumer organization looking at reverse logistic and or circular supply chain as a basis for generating real economic value as well as support for environmental concern. So possibly this is a big business opportunity for many people. They are already involved in this business, but it is going to grow in a multiple fold in the coming years. Okay, the focus is increasing in the all the market, including industrial, high tech, commercial and consumer product area. When we come back in the next session, we will discuss on further aspects on reverse logistic. Thanks for watching. Bye.